And you're going to tell us your new theme.
Yes. Oh, let me make sure I have the poll easily accessible.
Okay.
Oh, I do? Look at that. Oh, man, that's perfect. Hey, yo, we should be live, folks. Test. Perfect. Has the weather been crazy for you?
Oh, what a crappy. We had snow Saturday. We're going to have snow this Saturday.
Ranger Rick said the boat must have been rocking last night.
Oh, it was crazy. The wind was bizarre.
Hey, boy, Creeper123 in the Twitch chat. Test. Oh, test. Pop.
There we go. Just checking.
Mm-hmm. 60 today, snow tomorrow. This is Eternal Ozzy.
In Kansas City?
Holy cow.
Wow.
Let me look at my forecast. See if I can brag. Nope, I can't. It's going to be 70, 80, 50. Goes down pretty quickly on Saturday. The 60, but then we're back to 70, 70, 80, 70.
Oh.
We get as low as 50 degrees on Saturday.
Well, no sympathy from us here.
That's crazy, Ranger Rick.
Oh my gosh.
Dadby, go to bed. Dadby's in the Twitch chat. He's in Wales, I think.
Oh, wow. What time is it in Wales?
Late.
I see. Okay.
Don't know. Oh, you know what? Let me do... Yeah, no. Texans will freeze to death at 50 degrees.
And Floridians, too.
Yeah. Yeah, no. If it snows... Oh, it's midnight 30 this time. Or is that noon? I can't tell with 24-hour time.
Oh, 24-hour time.
No, he said 12:27, so I assume that's midnight.
That should be in the morning. Otherwise, it would be... wait a minute. How do you do...
12 and 24-hour time?
Yeah, exactly.
24:30? Wow.
So 24:30...
No,
I guess
it would be 27.
Oh,
27.
1:28. So that's 13:28 then, Beatmaster, right?
No, that would be 1:28.
Oh, it is 1:20. That's right.
Yeah.
13. That.
Yeah, 1:30
in the afternoon.
Yeah, it would be 13:30.
13.
It's just 27. Yeah, 27 for Dadby. 27 minutes. I really wish that America had done 24-hour time. It would make a lot of things very easy.
Oh, okay. Oh, and I assume you want everything to be metric, too.
I do!
Do you really?
Yeah, why not? Doesn't change a thing.
Then I'd have to get new wrenches.
That's true.
Actually, I already have 2 sets of wrenches because a lot of marine stuff is metric.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me if I'm buying a 2-liter of milk instead of a gallon of milk or whatever.
So let's see, Giz 75,000. If it's 77.7 Fahrenheit there, In 24-hour time, your temperature is 145.4. Eternalized. He said, hippies and their metrics. Oh, midnight is 100 hours. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're
okay.
at 0 there.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Boy, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
The show ain't for nothing. Yeah.
How people get along without an internet chat room to tell them the correct
and what to do.
Yeah.
Nancy, Pack. Oh my gosh, they're coming in droves. Exis, Eric Duckman.
Crispy bacon.
Bleep blurp.
Crispy Bacon says, if I had my druthers, we'd still be using pounds, shillings, and pences. Keep it old-fashioned. We're ready to go.
We're ready to go. So I'm doing something from the car show, a couple travel gadgets. We have your new crappy corner, viewer video.
Sweet. Coming up. Here, let me give it myself to edit some time. Here we go. 3, 2. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we have some gadgets from the car show, a gadget I don't know about. We find out what my theme for this month is, and your viewer videos all next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
Now, and here he is, your postmaster of gadgets, Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie D?
I'm doing good, sir. And you?
I can breathe out of my nose. It's fantastic.
Wow.
I know. I should join a talent
But I
show.
see a box of Kleenex on the table.
Just
so
in case. Yeah. So over the weekend it hit harder than it was even on the show.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, but I got over it. The hill kind of ended on Sunday, and everything felt a lot better. By Monday, I felt like myself. And Thursday, I still have a runny nose, a little bit of a cough, but feel like normal. So good. All good.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
Good, very good.
For sure. Just in time for possibly next weekend going to LA and get sick at a convention once again. So.
Oh my gosh, that doesn't affect us recording this time.
No.
This trip. Okay, very good. Yeah, no, New York City's been. It's spring. The first day of spring, we had a snowstorm. Where they're expecting another snowstorm Saturday. It's just ridiculous. A windstorm yesterday that couldn't even have lunch on the boat without getting seasick.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
Man.
But the car show's in town.
The car show.
The auto show. That would be something. Do you ever go to a car show?
I've never been, but I do like cars. I have always loved cars, and I've always prided myself to be able to tell different models apart in different manufacturers. And so it'd be like, man, that Nissan drove by here real fast. And all my friends would be like, what? That was just a silver car. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
So well, yeah, I do like cars.
Yes. Your friends are like me and never owned a car in my life. I think I rented a car once in my life. But I go to the car show to look for weird stuff, and the New York Car Show is like a big deal. It's still on. It runs 10 days. They get a total of 1 million plus people, and so I went with Larry, who does videos for us when Dennis is not around on a press day, and. So we go by the Honda booth, and they have all these VR glasses lined up, and I go, "Oh, what are those?" And he says, "The Honda Experience."
Experience Honda like
yeah, so
never
I said,
before.
Can I do that? Yeah, and he puts them on me. And he says, go over there where it says start. And then Larry Gerson says, can I do one? And the guy said, no, only one person can do this at a time. So I walk over there and I stand on the rug, and I think I have a photo. Larry took a picture of me. So I'm standing looking away from the car, and I see it starts like an ad. The 2019 Honda has, and all these copy points go by, and then it goes, go to platform 2. So I walk, and now I'm facing a different part of the convention center. And I'm thinking, what in the world is this? And
You go, this is a nightmare.
I think I'm going to see cars speeding by. It's a get into the car on the driver's side. I go, oh, this is it. This is it. When you're driving, you'll be able to see cars in the lanes on either side of you. And it's like an animated thing. It's not even real cars. And then I get in the passenger side. I'm thinking, now there'll be something. You have Bluetooth. You'll be able to. This goes. So I finally get out.
So it was an augmented reality car walkthrough, it sounds like?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and I said to the guy, how long does that take? And he said, 6 minutes. And I said, and if one person can do it at a time, and they're expecting 50 to 70,000 people opening day, how's that going to work? And he said, it's going to be chaotic.
It's going to be absolute chaos. I hate this part of my job.
Anyway, I understand when the show is open, other car companies had what I was expecting.
Interesting.
But I thought, boy, that was not the proper use of VR to my mind.
Yeah, it sounds like it was a good execution, but they missed a little bit of other execution when it comes to the experience. It sounds like blew you away, but it's impractical because it takes so long. You can't show people all of this.
Exactly, and wouldn't it have been nice to be sitting in the car and see something happening?
Yeah.
Anyway.
For sure. That's so interesting. I wonder what type of technology that is. It reminds me a lot of HoloLens.
It might be. It's where, it says follow the arrows, and then these arrows light up across your eyes.
Right. And you can see the reality. You're not looking at a screen.
No. You can see the reality, and that's why I thought it was extra strange, because people would stand outside the exhibit looking at me.
And you can see them looking at you.
Yes, looking at me, and they're thinking, why is he staring out at us when the car is behind him? That's why I thought it was very strangely executed.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, very interesting. Cool. But
anyway,
it sounds cool, but yeah,
it is cool. So
I wonder if they'd have this like at a. Sorry to interrupt again. At a dealership, that might be cool.
That might be cool. That would be good. Like if there was a couple of people waiting, you could say, put these on, and I'll be with you in a few minutes. But in the meantime, you can learn about the car. That would be a perfect place for that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, cool.
So we went around and found what I thought was, since I'm not like you, I am like you in as much as I can't identify any car. So I tried to find the most unique driving vehicle there. And outside of a garbage truck that I learned later on it's the new hybrid New York City garbage trucks that are $350,000 each.
So you could buy a Lamborghini instead of this car.
I'm sorry, it's not a garbage truck. It's a street sweeper. But I'm figuring for $350,000, you could give everybody $10 a day to sweep their own stoop. Anyway,
a day, yeah, for sure.
A day.
Wow.
Anyway, here is, to my mind, a unique vehicle.
Dick DiBartolo, man's maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. We're going to talk about...
Oh, you know what? We might have... This is going to have to be a long edit point.
Okay.
I forgot to do a crucial step in the setup process of the
you didn't
Giz
download
Wiz.
the videos? Okay.
I downloaded them. I never loaded them into the monocasters.
Okay. Okay. Very good.
We're going to take a quick break while I... do that.
Yeah, Eric. Yeah, these are hybrid street sweep is electric and biodegradable diesel. I think it was. I have a 2018 Hyundai but hate the tiny little strange icons all over the dash.
The that street sweeper reminds me a lot of the Tesla semi-truck, because that's going to be an expensive car.
Oh, okay.
Also, and it's fully electric. So the sales pitch to people buying them is, you use up so much gas. You know, a gallon here would cost you 50 cents, where a gallon everywhere else costs you, $2.40. So that's their, but it's like the upfront cost is really expensive.
Oh, got it.
Okay, I'm gonna just see if all these work.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna play the first little bit of that.
This guy should be at the show.
Hey, Dickie Bar.
Yep,
there you go. Perfect.
Okay, that one plays.
Okay.
This one plays.
Hey, Dickie.
Cool. Okay. I'm gonna write down this time code in the docs.
Okay.
At 16 minutes. Okay. And take it away, the video that we should have been playing, and go.
Hey, Dickie Bartolo, man's maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz, One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv, the 2018 New York City Car Show. So you saw the label there, Slingshot. When I was a kid, a slingshot was something different. And John here is going to tell us about this slingshot. So John, my first question is, can you go on the highway with this?
Absolutely. It's 100% street legal. It is classified federally as a motorcycle, so anywhere you can take a motorcycle, you can ride this. It also classifies at state level in about 44 states now as an auto cycle, meaning you don't need a motorcycle endorsement on your driver's license to drive it. You can drive with just a standard driver's license.
Looking at the specs over here, was this a 160 horsepower engine?
173 horsepower.
So how fast does this go? Because is it fiberglass?
It's a combination of, there's a little bit of everything in there, steel, plastic. It's not there's not much fiberglass in it.
Any carbon in there?
There is some carbon. You know, it's in order to stay in that motorcycle classification, it has to weigh under 1,700 pounds, or under 1,750 pounds, which means you've got 173 horsepower in a vehicle that weighs 1,700 pounds.
Wow, so the top speed of this would be?
Plenty fast.
Over 100? Okay, over 100.
Fast enough for
all right,
anyone.
So now there are different, is this the latest model over here?
Yeah.
Can we walk over there? I'm going to ask Larry, our camera guy, to follow us around. And this, I love the fact that you have the canopies. Are they optional on all of them, or is it just available on this one?
They are. This is the Grand Touring LE. We just launched this product in February, and it comes included with the sling shade, some upgraded seats. It's designed for the people who want to take a longer trip with it. The sling shade is available color matched for every model that we have.
And when you say make a longer trip, what do we have for storage?
So the built-in storage on this is behind the seats.
Okay. We may not be able to see it in this light. Oh, okay. So there's room for a tiny suitcase. Yep. So is it the same on the other side?
On both sides, and we have size matched bags that fit in perfectly.
Oh, great. All right, now let's talk about price. This is the most expensive one?
This one's right at $29,999. And it includes, like I said, it includes that sling shade. It includes a lot of the upgrades, the full navigation package, Bluetooth audio, everything built into it right out of the box.
And John, what would the basic one be price-wise?
The base model is our S, and that's $19,999.
It's the hair under $20,000.
Whoops, sorry.
And they're available now, and this is the latest model. And what's your website?
Website is slingshot.com.
Slingshot. How did you get that? That's pretty good. I like it. Dickie Bartolo, man's maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz, One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv, the Car Show 2018. Bye.
Interesting. My biggest question is why? Why would you want a cut down car like that?
I was surprised by the price.
Yeah.
And also when I was looking at the website a little early today, I see that it says starting at $29,999. So I'm not quite sure because
Yeah.
it's basically a motorcycle, right?
I mean, it's a motorcycle would probably be less expensive.
Oh no, I meant
A car. That's a car.
It's registered. It's I guess what did he say? It's registered as a. I forgot what he said. Oh, you don't need a motorcycle addition to it. It now there's some sort of a new classification for three-wheel vehicles because we've seen a few of them in the past couple of years using it like for your second car just to do groceries and stuff. I don't know. I guess one of the main reasons is if you want to be a show off because you're certainly going to attract some attention.
For sure, for sure. And this looks like the whole range, most expensive on the left, least expensive on the right. So the smallest it looks like starts at $20K, which is pretty inexpensive for a brand new vehicle. I'm also wondering, I mean, I agree with you that probably the biggest reason you would get this is to be, the Joneses, you've caught up, you're already there. But there may be some other sort of things like maybe you're in a location, like this is like the weirdest, most specific case I could think of is that I remember going on a cruise and they said every vehicle here has to be a super low emission vehicle because it's really difficult to get gasoline here. And so most people buy golf carts to get around.
Oh, okay.
And so if you didn't want to buy a golf cart, you wanted to buy a better car, you could buy this. But that's like the most specific, weird, out there reason.
And I think it's just a normal 170 horsepower gas engine. Polaris is big in snowmobiles, and they do a lot of personal watercraft on the water. Right. So I guess this is their deciding to move from the lawn to the water. Now let's do something on the road. I don't know how long the whole line's been around, but I know this new Slingshot Grand Touring Ellie is just 6 weeks old.
Yeah. Cool, I guess.
Yeah. Yes, if it's cool.
Cool, I guess.
It'll be cool to some people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like and it's like what's funny is I've actually seen these around. I've seen these in person. Maybe not this exact brand, but that trike setup where you have two wheels in front, one wheel in back. I've seen them at vacation spots where it seemed like they had rented them, not owned them. I have seen them around like my friends' neighborhoods or my family's neighborhoods where it looked like they were purchased and bought for a family or a person in midlife crisis, that sort of thing. And
and they would be warm climate location.
Yeah. Oh, every time I've seen it, it's been in Texas for sure. Yeah, I mean, or by a beach for sure. So it's not like this is a product that I can absolutely say with confidence, no one will ever buy this, because I've seen them around. I've seen people purchase them and use them. So really cool that they have the new feature of the Touring, which has the canopy and the look, the price.
Exactly. And an all-screen dashboard and great sound system, and the fact that there are like 7 of them in the line means that they must be doing well for the company.
Right. That is a good question. They asked miles per gallon in the chat room, Spaceman.
I didn't even ask that.
Yeah, I would assume better than a normal car.
I would think, because he said that it can't weigh more than 1,750 pounds, and it's a 170 horsepower engine. So what is that, like 1 horsepower for every 10 pounds? That's going to be fast. So it should be kind of economical. Does it have
fast? It does have some specs. I'm looking for the miles per gallon. It's going through transmission and all sorts of stuff. I don't want any of that. I just want miles per gallon.
That's probably a bad sign.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it pops up. The fuel capacity is 9.77 gallons. So
then it must be fairly economical.
Yeah, because this is a small tank.
That is.
And that's about all that I'm seeing there. If someone in the chat room could do a little bit more research to get back with us, that'd be awesome. Okay, moving on.
Okay, so Dennis is going to take his guess in the video, but we can ask you and the chat room, Chad, what the heck is it? Ta-da.
Okay, so there's obviously something male themed because that looks like almost like a postage thing.
It almost looks moving. No, that's a full size right there.
Yeah, it reminds me of some type of envelope, and that is. It licks envelopes for you. That's my guess.
Oh, okay.
It licks envelopes for you.
Okay. All right. Well, let's find out as we watch our next video.
Dick DeBartolo, man's maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. We're doing another What the Heck Is It? So we're going to ask our producer cameraman, Dennis Wonderland, what the heck is this?
An airmail package.
An
same as
airmail
you, Chad.
package? Okay. With something triangular in it. Is it an airplane that you unfold and then fly? Well, I tell you what it is. On an airplane, mainly in coach, it's a way to divide the seat so that each one of you has an armrest. Here's a little video from the company.
Join the movement to unfold savvier skies with Soragami, an elegant and innovative armrest extender inspired by origami, the Japanese art of paper folding. Ideal for frequent flyers, Soragami divides and extends both sides of the airplane armrest to expand elbow space for both travelers and create a full physical separation. It's a win-win. Lightweight and compact, stylish and streamlined, Soragami folds flat like a piece of paper into your carry-on. Simply spring it into shape and secure the winglets over nearly every airplane armrest.
So that's it. I think it's very clever. Here it is on Amazon. Soragami Airplane Portable Armrest Extender Divider. It's $29.50 in Amazon Prime. It's kind of new, so there's only 31 reviews so far. It got 4 out of 5 stars from those 31 people. It's made out of recyclable plastic, high-quality leatherette. It does solve the problem of fighting for the armrest, and it's fully adjustable. It works from armrests 1.5 inches to 2.75 inches, and it has these little adjustable screws here to adjust the width of it. So you open it up, then these guys slide down over the armrest, and then you can tighten the screw on the armrest if you like. I think it's pretty neat. I like it. Dick DeBartolo, man's maddest writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. Is that my flight leaving?
Got to mail a package. That I would have never guessed that at all. I really actually thought that it was a letter opener.
Okay.
Because I've actually seen and used those that has a little blade inside and a motor to push the letter through to open up letters so you don't have to do anything. And I didn't want to guess correctly because that's just never fun. But I would have never guessed that this was an armrest extender. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's kind of clever. And the company says, just ask if it's a total stranger next to you, just say, is it okay to use this? And I think if you opened it up and showed them what it was, I would think anybody would say yes.
Yeah.
Because it makes the armrest a little wider and a touch longer, and your arms won't touch each other. And so, and the little leatherette covering is Velcroed on, so you can take it home and then you can wash the side that wasn't your arm if you didn't trust them. Yeah, I think it's clever.
Yeah.
I think it's
the hardest part of this for me would be working up the courage to talk to the person next to me.
Next to you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's strange because you are so outgoing. I would think that you would.
I play outgoing on camera.
Oh, I see.
Really well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
No.
Well, it's funny because we did the spare tray, the tray that you put in the window.
Oh,
yeah. Right. And on the trip out, I was sitting on the aisle and I didn't want to ask my seatmate because he looked like he was a businessman who had 100 papers and wasn't going to be thrilled. But on the way back, the guy seemed very you know, outgoing. And I just said, I have a little gadget here. Can we try it in your window? And he put it in. He goes, oh, that's a very clever idea. So depending on who's sitting next to you, I think I would venture to say, I test gadgets. Can I try this and see if you like it?
Yeah.
So.
It's funny because this is a universal issue. You would have thought by now that something as simple as an extending armrest would not
that the airline themselves.
The airline could do.
Yes.
Like, look, it just doesn't. I could see adding 2 armrests. That would be too big, too much weight, cost fuel. But something like this that just adds a divider and an extra area for your arm would be lovely. Why don't this?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
Until the future where this exists, you can get Soragami, the airplane portable armrest extender.
You can.
So cool. $29.50 on Amazon.
$29.50. Now the next one is another airline gadget, and you can tell me after you see it. I might have trouble using this, but you'll judge for yourself. Here you go. And then I actually have a video about this too, Chad.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I was going to show that after my video. Do you have my video?
Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Do I not have your video? I might not. I think I only have the... Let me...
Okay.
Edit this out. 1 second.
You can either put that in after my video or don't use it at all, whatever you want.
Whoops, I just...
Let me just look at my rundown to make sure I sent it to you. I'm pretty sure I did.
Some things get lost in translation because I have Josh make me a Google Doc. So
okay.
And so...
Yeah, it's there.
Okay. Just go to the email. We are at 32 minutes. Okay.
Hey, chat room. So, chat room, how many people would use that folding armrest? Germaphobes? Yes.
Yeah,
Do we have any
this
germaphobes?
link is for this is 100% for germaphobes. You know, the seat sitter.
Yeah. The one germaphobe I know is Howie Mandel. If you know his name, he's a stand-up comic, but he did a lot of game shows.
Oh, this is all you uploaded. This is the link from the.
You know, I have this thing I sent here. It's YouTube. Doesn't it say seat sitter?
Yeah,
and then
it
there
does.
are 2 things. And it says Giz Wiz video, and then it says
Company
website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Giz Wiz video is just this.
Oh, wait a second. Let me run it. Oh my God, you're right. I screw. It's me.
It's okay. It's okay.
Dun, dun, dun. Can you write?
We can either, if you know where that is, we could wait a bit.
You know what? I'll just send you the link and you can drop it in.
I can
Should
drop
we do
it in.
that? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
For
All right. So chat room, basically.
Here, let's take it from the top as if it just played.
Okay.
We'll just stay here and then say.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a placemat and seat rest. So there's both.
You get the slip cover that goes over the seat, and then you get a little placemat that goes over the tray table, And there's a kid's version, as I mentioned in the video, comes with crayons so the kids can draw on the little mat. And it's washable, so you can use it for multiple flights.
Nice.
Doesn't say exactly what the fabric is. It just says non-woven soft fabric. And it's $15. And I think the funny thing...
At that price, that's a good price.
Yeah. But as you saw in the video, you can get them that says bride. Strangely, as you notice, there was no groom. It was bride and king.
Okay.
So I think, yes, I think at this current age of everything being correct, bride and king is not going to work for a lot of people.
Right.
And you can order Mr., Mrs., Queen. You can pay, I think it's $30 and have your name put up there. Anyway, so it's another way, and it works in theaters and on trains, so you can use it a lot of different places. And it's called Seat Sitters, and they're at seatsitters.com.
Now, do you think that the main reason people would get this is because they're very territorial about their seat, or because they are very hygienic and germ focused?
Germ focused, mainly because, as I mentioned in the piece, that what I found online was that a rule of thumb for airliners is there's a complete wipe down after every 100 hours of flight. So that's like 20 transcontinental flights before the seats are totally washed down. So this is an easy way to know that the seat's protected.
Right.
And you know, you can use it on planes, trains, and in the movies.
Yeah, I don't think the movies ever get wiped down.
No, I think you're absolutely right.
I don't think that ever happens.
Yeah. No. And if you have people who have unclean houses, you could bring it over and just say, is it okay if I hang this over your chair before we have dinner?
At my house, the seats never get wiped down either. Oh, my gosh.
Okay, well, if I come, I'll bring my seat sitter.
Okay. And it would obviously say king.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, Seat Sitters, good price, and seatsitter.com. Okay, with that, it is time for a new month of Chad's Crappy Corner. Before we jump into the theme, I guess let's talk about what the theme song. Let's talk about what the theme for the month is going to be. And we asked the patrons, of course, and the options were between fashion, home security, and elderly.
All right, I'm going to guess fashion was last.
Last, okay.
I'm going to say home security was first.
Okay, let's see the results.
And elderly was in the middle.
Results are loading in now.
Okay.
Final tabulations. The last of the monkeys are reading these results, and if they don't load, okay, there we go. Home security, then elderly, then fashion. You were correct. So,
okay, we know the chat room.
Yeah, we do. We do. So home
Bacon
security.
said, why didn't you do elderly fashion?
You know what? Now we have next month's theme. You know, we don't even have to ask the patrons because we know they'll choose that. So with that, let's jump into...
You know you don't need it, but you might want it at Chad's Crappy Corner. Get it.
Okay, so... with home security on the mind, I went and got some home security gadgets, and this is actually a gadget that I can confirm is crappy, mostly because it's do-it-yourself. This is a very do-it-yourself gadget, and it does require a Raspberry Pi and a webcam for you to have.
Oh my God! Oh, you have to have them. Okay.
Yeah, for you. And then so anyway, I recorded a video earlier explaining it all, and I've actually been using this at my own house for a few months. So, did you just throw away all my Kleenex, cat? Thanks a lot. So let's take a look at the video. Hey Dickie D, Chad here, and we are checking out Kerber OS on the Raspberry Pi. What this allows you to do is take any Raspberry Pi and a webcam and turn it into a home surveillance system. And it all starts with Kerber OS, and you first download the installer, and what you're doing is you're flashing the OS onto a mini micro SD card. So we're taking this SD card and then we're going to put it into the Raspberry Pi after this. And this installation is very, very simple. All you have to do is select what type of release that you want. The board, the Raspberry Pi that you're doing, we're doing it on a 3. Choosing next, choosing your network type, and then typing in your passphrase. And you can select your network configuration. Once we select the drive, then we are ready to flash. This will erase anything that is on the SD card and completely flash it for the OS. Doesn't take too long. This is a drive that I've already previously done. You just throw it into the back of the Raspberry Pi where the SD card slot is. And this is just a little enclosure that I bought for the Raspberry Pi just to kind of make it look nice. And then you throw really any webcam. I have tried this with Logitech and Microsoft. The Logitech one's aspect ratio looked a little bit better. Once you have everything hooked up, all you have to do is navigate to the IP address of the Raspberry Pi on your local network. And this is what you are given. This one is set up in the cat's eating area, so I can monitor if they're using the litter box, if they're eating food, or if the food is running low away from home. This activity view is really, really useful, especially if you're watching something that doesn't get a lot of activity, like say your front door or something like that. Right here you have a timeline of the previous days, so I can click into the 4th of April here. And it will show me the kind of a heat map up here of the times that things happened and a preview of what is going on down below. And you can load a whole bunch more of these and they kind of autoplay as little video segments. So you can see Waffles was coming in here to get food earlier. Jack was walking around doing some stuff and it just kind of just shows you all of those events. Now, if you knew that there was a specific time that something happened or you see something on the heat map, you can drag to that event and it will show you exactly what that is. So if you knew that a package was delivered around a certain time, you can dig in to see that specific event. You can also click on it to get kind of a larger view. And if there's multiple events, ooh, that's not loading all that great. But if there's multiple events in the same time, they'll show up down here so that you could click through. Let me find one of those. Here we go. This one has 6 events. So you can click on the preview and it will show you each of those. This is a little robot running and moving. And then we could go to the next event and see what that is. So you can easily dig in and see exactly what each video file is. Some of the nice things is that it has really good settings to change between the USB camera, the Raspberry Pi camera, or an IP camera. It shows you a heat map of where most action happens, and you can even set it so that its motion detection is activated only by a specific area by choosing that with kind of like a drag and drop sort of feature. On top of that, this will work with most IP camera viewers. So if you just need a clean video source, this isn't all just sort of maintained inside of this operating system on the web. You can use any IP viewer really to look at it. So if you're someone who has a Raspberry Pi laying around that isn't being used much and you want to set up your own home surveillance system with just a webcam, you can easily use all of these features to create your own home surveillance network. And all of those files are saved right on the device, so as long as this isn't accessible, those files can't be accessible either. So I've been running this for a while now, and I have actually now like 4 different Raspberry Pis. It's pretty simple to use just your Wi-Fi settings to see which IP address each Raspberry Pi is on. And then you can even kind of assign those IP addresses so that if you want to bookmark
So
them,
it's 1 camera per Raspberry Pi?
Yeah, 1 camera per Raspberry Pi. And Raspberry Pis are now like $35, something like that. Actually, I completely forget. And these I literally just had were lying around. So to me, it was basically free because I didn't have to, buy a new one. Yeah, $35 looks like for the Raspberry Pi 3. And I feel like the interface is just absolutely amazing. And you can use, there's tons, if you're not familiar with the like IP camera space. There's so many different IP camera viewers that are like software that you could load on any computer, or you can even buy like boxes that will do it for you. And so then you can see everything pretty easily. It can be wireless, it can be wired because there's a Ethernet cable on here. And I just use like a basic USB and you know, wall brick to power mine, and it does it all wirelessly. I find it really, really useful and really, really intuitive and pretty simple just to dig in to really anything and then be able to see, you know, what's actually going on. I kind of wanted to show it off in real time because I edited out a lot of the loading. It is a little bit slow because it is using your own network, and there's this like little heat map up here so you can see stuff, but you can already see that some of the videos are loading in and showing what's going on. So this would be awesome if you already had some Raspberry Pis, some webcams, and just wanted something extra to have an eye on, say, your front porch or garage. It's pretty simple to do.
And what does this cost?
Oh, it's free.
Oh, it's free?
Yes, other than the Raspberry Pi and your own webcam, the operating system is free and open source, and so you can download it and just use it. They do offer a cloud system as an added-on price, so if you can't, say, TeamViewer in or can't get to your own local network because all of this is done on your local IP addresses and stuff like that, then you can buy their cloud system, and they will upload the latest activity. So whenever it grabs a video file, it will send it up into the cloud so that you can look at it. And that doesn't do live video like this does. You know, this.
Oh, I see.
When you
Okay.
look at the dashboard, you're looking at exactly that moment live video. But when you use their cloud feature, you look at video clips that have been already taken and then uploaded to the cloud.
Okay.
So yeah.
It's iOS, and is that on a Windows machine?
Right. So this can be, because the installer is OS 10, Windows, and Linux. So that's how you get the stuff onto the SD card. And then after that, it's anything. It can be absolutely anything because you're using just a web browser to load it up. So you could do it from your phone, you could do it from a computer, you could do it from a spaceship, you know, whatever you have. So yeah.
Is the spaceship included?
No, spaceship's not included. There's a question, Bleak's asking, could I theoretically put in 2 cameras? And there is documentation to do that. It's just not that great. Basically, you're creating two different areas for it to connect, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work out of the box wonderfully. There are Wikipedia articles on how to pull that off if you want to plug in 2 cameras. But from my experience, it doesn't work like that right out of the box. So yeah.
Okay, and what's their website?
Okay, so it is KerberOS, so Kerberos.io to download all of this stuff. And then I believe that their cloud thing is KerberOS.cloud is where you can buy that sort of stuff. But KerberOS is .io is where you can find all of the information in order to to get it done.
And a freebie.
It's a freebie. So it's a little crappy because you got to put it together yourself. You know, a normal camera doesn't quite look like this when you get it from the box store. So it's a little bit crappy when it comes to that. But once you get past that, I feel like it's really fully featured. You can, you know, like I said in the video, you can set locations for the motion tracking and stuff like that. And all of it was really, really simple. Like once you have it installed once, you can kind of do over-the-air updates. You don't have to pull the SD card out and bring it to your computer to update the system. It can just update it from itself, which is pretty cool. So yeah. Cerberus.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh, someone's saying it's like Cerberus, the guard dog of Hades. I did not even think of that. But yeah, that's true. It's Cerberus, like the Hades guard dog. Okay, with that, let's move on to Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, He takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Foghorn.
And our letter is from David. I'm just going to spell his last name. Malinovsky. Malvininsky. As close as I can get. Dick and Chad, after many years of procrastinating, I have finally sent in a video. There are several nylon or vinyl cases that I have bought for some of my gadgets, usually under the name Hermit Shell or Caseling on Amazon. I just search on Amazon for, put in gadget name, and then case, and I often find something. Thank you, David. And I have done this too. I have bought tons of cases for my gadgets on Amazon. So let's see David's video.
Hey, Dick and Chad. I want to point out some gadgets for my gadgets that I've picked up from Amazon. These are hard shell cases for various items I've had. They are usually on Amazon under the names Caseling or Hermit Shell. Here's one for a radio Walkman that I have. Here's one for a portable radio. And then here's the one for a cordless screwdriver. It fits the charger and a small set of drill bits. And here's one for my electric shaver. And if I close them, well, I can close them. I won't be able to... sorry. That's one, and then we have that one, and then that one, and then that one. I've also seen them on Amazon for Bluetooth speakers, what do you say, safety equipment for home use, and a number of other things. They're made by Caseling or Hermit Shell. That's all. Bye.
That's pretty cool. I've never even thought to do that. That's a good tip of just...
It is. I've bought several cases there. I think mine actually just say Amazon on them or Amazon Choice on some of them. But they're very reasonable, and they hold a ton of stuff. I once did an article for a computer magazine. I bought a used laptop computer, the Radio Shack, I think it was the 100. There you go. And I spent more money on cases for it than because I had the case that if I was just carrying this alone, then I had the case if I was carrying it and the disk drive, and then I had the case if I was going to go overnight with it, but never the choice of cases that we have now. So this is really great.
Yeah. Just like looking through this, I mean, it's just like,
isn't it great?
For this specific thermometer, you know, like if you want to fit the TP20, TP8, TP7 wireless remote digital cooking food and meat thermometer, this is perfect.
Yeah. And if you went to the company for the custom case, it'd be $49. Look at that. That's a beautiful case for $18 with the two compartments for the two gadgets. David, it's a great tip. It's a great tip.
Yeah, for sure. I can't tell you how many little things that I just gave up at the thought of buying a case. You know, you have it and you kind of go, oh yeah, I kind of need a case for this, but one that's specifically made for this is going to cost, you know, $50. So no, I'm just going to pass. That's a great idea. Just search the item and a case on Amazon, and you know, he's found that a lot are made by Caseling, and that's great. That's fantastic.
Perfect. So, David, send me your mailing address. Assuming you live in the United States, you'll get an Alfred E. Newman picture, now probably 37 years old. You'll get the current issue of Mad Magazine. And I think we have one more video in the house, so we need more videos. 2 to 3 minutes. Anything to do with the gadget, like that thing that David sent in. That was a great thing. That I have a lot of those cases, but I never thought about actually doing a video, and so that people knew that you can get those things on Amazon. So make a video 2 to 3 minutes landscape mode. Just make sure we can hear you okay and see the product. Put it on YouTube. You can click unlisted if you only want certain people to be able to see the video, and send us that link to mail@gizwiz.tv. And if we use it, and we're using like 99% of them, you'll get the ad and the picture. If you live outside the U.S., I will actually sign one of those rare photos and scan it and email it to you, okay? And when you come to the United States, it's sitting in a file in my corner. You can have the original. So get filming and sending. mail@gizwiz.tv.
With that, let's move on to the letter.
Become the letters, your lovely letters. Become the Giz Wiz letters now.
And Kevin writes us a very short email. He says, "Hi, guys. I think you'll find this an interesting gadget." And I took a quick look at it. It is interesting, but we need Chad to tell us how interesting it is. Yeah. It's from Elgato, and you did something from them a while back.
Yeah, so Elgato is a company that I really like. They make a lot of peripherals for gamers and live streamers. So they're really, really, really known for HDMI capture cards and that sort of thing. And so this is the Stream Deck. And just by looking at it, you can imagine what the thought of our letter writer and us would be, is that this is exactly a monocaster. This is like the monocaster that we've always needed. And I've seen these before, and I really would love to test one out. And the idea is that there's all these little buttons, and behind each button is actually a screen. And you can edit and customize all of those buttons to be anything you want. It could be to switch between scenes in OBS or XSplit. It could be to play a sound, play a video clip, do some sort of animation. All of that can be done within the Stream Deck. And it looks to have some pretty powerful hooks into all of the streaming applications that we use. And we actually use here on Giz Wiz, we use OBS to switch everything. So this should work perfectly, plug and play with what we do here. I would definitely. I have a contact there. I should probably email them and see if I can get one.
I think you should. What does it cost?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. I do believe that it's in the like $60 to $100 range, if I was to remember. Okay. Oh, $140. $140. Okay. So it's a pretty expensive little piece of equipment, but I mean you can kind of see why, because each button is a screen.
Wow, I think it's great.
Yeah, this is.
I like the little stand. You can have it standing at pretty much any angle.
Yeah, for sure. And I've seen these before, and so I know, just I guess look at the reviews on Amazon, 4.5 stars. Lots of people do like them. They do. My biggest fear with something like this is that the compatibility wouldn't work that great. It would, maybe the software would be lacking or something like that. But just based off of the reviews, that isn't true. You can use it when streaming and, switch all that stuff. And then even when you're not streaming, you could have it to be hot buttons for your other type of work. Maybe, if you want to launch some songs or stuff like that. I was kind of seeing over here with like this image, play pause for your own music so that you don't.
Oh yeah, I see.
It's not just only when streaming.
So Chad, you would load in a program, and the program. How do you get what's on each key to be on each key?
What I would assume is that you have the program from Stream Deck themselves, and that would have a whole bunch of different options. That would have options to possibly options that work directly with OBS and XSplit to do some of the stream switching. But then also you'd have like a play pause button, and so you could select a key and say, I want this to be what is like maybe on a multimedia keyboard. The play pause button on that multimedia keyboard, and make the image to be a play pause button. And the next
Wow.
key over, select that, say this will be the next button, and then, you know, do that sort of stuff. So yeah, this is very, very powerful. And
well, let's hope the folks at Elgato could provide a product sample.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, the Elgato Stream Deck. Go ahead.
Nice. Kevin, thank you for that. That's excellent.
And Elgato.com/gaming, I think, is the place to go. Or just search Elgato Gaming. So yeah, thanks, Kevin. With that, I want to give another big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com. Big thank you to you guys for helping support the show. If you don't know, we have a Patreon where people can support the show every episode, give just a little bit every time we publish an episode. That's over at patreon.com/Giz Wiz. And those guys are absolutely amazing. Our hearts go out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for supporting the show. Currently, we have 243 patrons. You guys are awesome. And if you want to support the show, if you enjoy the show and want to give back just a little bit, any amount, doesn't have to be some you know, it doesn't have to be a sandwich even. It could just be the lettuce on the sandwich. That's the price, you know, that we're talking about. That would be awesome. And you can find us at patreon.com/GizWiz. Some people would prefer not to give reoccurring and want to do it just a single donation. GizWiz.tv. There is a Patreon tab at the top. Click that and you'll find a PayPal link for us just to get it once. Thank you guys so much for everybody
No, it's great.
Gives back to the show. We are
in May.
rolling.
We start year 4, thanks to the Patreons.
That's awesome.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely awesome. If you enjoy this show, please consider subscribing or following when we are live at GizWiz.tv. That's all of our previous episodes are uploaded there, and even our live stream when we record live, even with massive edits to the show, the chat room gets to see it all. So that's every Thursday at 4:30 or 4:30 Pacific time, 7:30 Eastern time. So head on over to the website to GizWiz.tv to check that out. Head on over to our sister site, GizWiz.biz, to play What the Heck Is It? The game show where we don't know what the heck it is. Dickie D puts up a gadget, a whole gadget, and you have to look at that and guess it. We had a nice sort of spin-off on today's episode, and I guessed wrong in all counts. This is it. Looks to me like a this is a way to make your bottles of wine more dashing with a little bit of a bone curlicue on the neck of a bottle of wine. Yeah, it's like a tie or a bow tie or a normal necktie, but for
you know what? That's
the neck
another
of your
$1 million idea right there.
There you go. There you go.
The Giz Wiz,
the Giz Wiz classy wine neck holder.
Neck to fold. Yeah, perfect.
Love it. And if you guess correctly, there's 6 Mad magazines for correct answers. But if you guess cleverly, funny, interesting, and creative, then there are 12 Mad magazines. This is the Mad magazine issue number 1 from LA, California, for those who get creative with it. So get a guessing over at gizwiz.biz. That about wraps it up for our show. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week on the Giz Wiz.
And I'll be here. All right, so we need a title, we need a photograph, and I will send you that correct video to drop in. You want to do the photo?
They have made it impossible to give less than $1 per episode, says Becky. Patreon does not know what we want.
Oh, you cannot give less than $1?
It's $1 an episode.
Is the least?
That's what Becky's saying.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to give 25 cents an episode, you could just give $12 and be done for the year.
Yeah.
Let me see. I want to get that post office thing in it, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm going to make it look a little crummier.
Okay.
These wires. Cool. 3, 2, 1. Awesome.
Okay, we need a title.
Spaceship not
Spying
included.
on
Spying on cats.
I
like it. I like either of those.
That's okay.
Cool. The case
of
the case case. The case of the case case. Just in case.
Oh.
Anyone speaking to you more than the others?
Just in case.
Just in case. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to do cats, that works too.
Either.
Just in case.
I'm not particular on either. In 3, 2. It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1669, recorded Thursday, April 5th, 2018. Just in case.
Perfect. So chat room, we're on Thursdays for a while.
Long time.
And when are you going away next?
I might. I thought it was confirmed, but it turned out it's not confirmed, so.
Oh, okay.
Not sure.
So it might be next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it won't affect Giz Wiz. I'll leave on
No,
Friday.
I'm just wondering what Thursday to expect you to be sick.
Exactly. Yeah, the next Thursday.
Two weeks from.
Yeah.
No, 2 weeks from 2 weeks from today.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when I'd have my next cold. Yeah.
You know, the cats knocked your tissues off earlier, right?
No.
Right.
Yeah.
So someone posted something very funny on Facebook. It said, if the Earth was really flat, cats would have knocked everything off it by now.
For sure.
I think that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Chat room, thank you. So chat room, I'm on with Leo Saturday. There's no Giz Fizz PM. Dennis and I are going to a show, and we'll be back here next Thursday.
Cool. Seriously, the only conflict I have is the very end of May.
I think we already changed it, didn't we?
Did we? Oh, did we?
Let me look. I think there was all of
like the
28th. April is fine.
Yeah, so all of May or the end of May.
We have that we might be doing 2 shows on the 24th.
Cool. Okay, let's just confirm that.
Okay.
That has been.
Because you're definitely going. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 shows on May 24th.
Yeah.
Okay. And I will send you the correct link to that video. And spell that thing again where I can get info about. Yeah. So it's KERBER.
OS.io.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here.
All right.
I have it right here. I'll just respond to here.
Okay.
It is KERBER. OS.io.
All right. And I can pick up the info there. All right, chat room. And chat, I'll get you this in the next 20 minutes.
Cool.
Okay, perfect. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye, all. Where did they move it now? Just...
the end button on Skype.
Yes, exactly. Because I went back to old Skype. That's because funny. On old Skype, you can still move the box around.
We'll see y'all later, everyone. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye.